Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been coming over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Hello, Cotton Candy 65, Millie. Hello. Hello, Cocoa Pop 627. I'm glad to see everybody. How's everybody doing this afternoon? I hope everybody's doing fine. Daniel Berry, hello, hello. Hello. The real Brenda, hello. I sure have missed y'all. I've been busy. Very busy. But not too busy for Sebastian and not too busy keeping up with everything. Of course not. Of course not. We have to keep his name and face out there at all cost. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Brat, good to see you. Good to see everybody. I am too. I'm not going to stop talking about Sebastian. Sebastian is so important. We got to find out what happened to him. Everybody, I hope, is talking about him. And from what I can tell, there's so many. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Absolutely. 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 Green hearts. That is his favorite color. Hello, September Virgo. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Green hearts and praying hands. Whew. It's been a long day, long few days. Hello, Ginger Snap. Thank you for all you all are doing. Ginger Snap has some beautiful flyers out. The last few days I've been very busy, but I have been trying to share everything and everybody that I have been seeing. And I've been trying to keep up with everything. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you all again. There's not really a whole lot of news. My grandmother used to say, no news is good news. But there really hasn't been much news. But there's been some here and there that I wanted to share. Maybe a little hearsay, but I still wanted to talk about it. And we can. Ellie is keeping a lot close to their vest, and they should. That's okay. If it solves this case, and it is a case, it is a criminal investigation. They have said that themselves. This is a criminal investigation. They can't backpedal on that now, right? Hey, Annabella Honeys. Drop her link. I want y'all to drop her link. But they can't backpedal on that now. It is a criminal investigation. Lolly, drop her link. And by the way, there is police surveillance on that road, as y'all know by now, because I'm a little bit behind. But there is a police camera, police surveillance down at the end of the road. I call it surveillance because it is surveilling that area. It's surveilling the Proudfoot's home, I'm sure, to see who's coming and going. Maybe, as some has put it, it could just be to see if Sebastian comes back or not. If that's what you want to think. I don't know. But they've searched the house at least 11 times. Whatever you want, whatever y'all want to call it, okay? You're entitled to that. You're entitled to your suspicions. Hey, Bob, and drop his link too. Drop all my good people's link. Listen, everybody's entitled to their opinions and their thoughts. I have my thoughts and my opinions, and I'm entitled to those. Last time that I checked, I still lived in America, home of the free and the brave. Last I remember, I chose also to come on here and stand up for Summer Wells, and it was my platform the last that I checked. The last I remember, I chose to stand up for victims after I figured out what all this was about. And the last I recall, and the best to my knowledge, nobody forced me. I believe Sebastian is a victim. And the last I remember, and I can see and I can tell, I'm grown and I don't need anybody's permission. And I didn't ask anybody's permission, and I'm not going to start now of what anybody thinks. Anyone outside of Sebastian, to me, and this is just me, and I'm not being rude, but their feelings don't matter to me. They do not matter to me. Right now, at least. I can always go back and apologize later, if need be. But last I heard, Hendersonville, Tennessee did not have a rapture, nor did they have any UFO sightings that caused Ellie to put that camera down at the end of the road. That police camera, they're doing their surveillance. Nor did they have any ET bicycles with the finger flashlight on the end of it, carrying Sebastian off, and somebody saying, E.T., Sebastian, call home. I mean, really, did they? Did anybody? Last I heard, I didn't hear nothing about none of that. This is not a movie, people. We're not in the Twilight Zone. I don't think you're going to find Sebastian hiding with a doll or a bear in a closet somewhere, being fed milk and cookies with a cute little girl with pigtails, hiding out until the mom finds. Hey, Derek. So let's just be real about that. Let's just be real. Let's get real. Now they say it was Sunday, February 25th. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine, Bob, there be any Bigfoots in that area either. I think all that would be caught on camera. Hey, guys. They say on Sunday, February 25th, there's a video of Katie Proudfoot out to dinner with her son. I assume LE has that. I assume. I would hope. They don't have to tell us where it's at or what restaurant, but I would love, love, love to know what restaurant that is. And I would love, 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 love to know with who. Now, that this case has blew up everywhere, I was wondering if there was anyone out there, Ellie, or Nobody Can Stop You, Justin, hey honey, and everybody coming in. I was wondering if anyone out there happened to see them at any restaurant, and if you did, can you say so? What restaurant was it? And can you come forward and say, because I would like to know what was going on at that table. And I would like to know, was anybody else with them? I'm not even saying the stepdad. I'm just saying, was anybody else with them? One of the reasons I would like to know that is because it was written down somewhere in one of the groups. Again, we don't know for a fact, but it was said that either Sebastian's cousin or their cousin, I'm not sure clear on which one, but Katie stopped somewhere and there was somebody else, again, Sebastian's cousin or the person's cousin was with them before Katie got home that night. If that's the case, it would be important, because I would like to know, was someone else in the car possibly laying down and not caught on video when Katie and Sebastian drove by? Because it could be possible someone else was in the car laying down. Just my thoughts. But if there was anyone out there in the restaurant who saw them, could they tell what was going on? Was it a happy dinner like everybody said? Could anybody hear anything at that table? That could have been Sebastian's last meal. I hope not, but it could have been. You heard the stepdad's sister was with them shopping, but didn't go out to eat with them. Okay, so that could have been Sebastian's cousin then. So from what I'm understanding, they stopped somewhere else. It wouldn't have been the mom taking the cousin home. It would have been Sebastian, the mom, and possibly, allegedly, the cousin stopping at someone else's house, maybe another cousin's or someone's house. So that brings me to wonder if that person, I don't know how old this person was in the car, possibly laying down. Did that person go home to stay with them through the night, or was anyone else there with Katie, or possibly help get Sebastian gone? Does the law know this? I'm just curious. Who was this person? I hope the law knows everything. Assuming, and again, this was Chris side of the family, if I'm not mistaken. If anyone can confirm, that would be wonderful. Again, it's not fact, but it is hearsay, and it's all over the place. Again, who, if anyone was with them? I would just like to know. But I read that stop was made. And if it's true, did Ellie know? And is there a video? Be interesting. It would be very interesting. Be very interesting to know. I think there is a lot more known than we know. I think there's a lot more known. Okay, so the mom, Katie, and Sebastian, as we know it, hello, everybody coming in, arrive home, and Sebastian going into the house Sunday, but Sebastian never came back out that we know, that we saw. There's no footage of him coming back out. So that would leave him having to, in my opinion, leave from the garage or in a car or whatever, or in something. That's just my opinion. Again, E.T. didn't come on and get him in a bicycle, on a bike, and whoop, there wasn't no rapture. There wasn't Bigfoot. What's happening here? Just questions, because this gets crazier by the day. It gets crazier. Now Ellie said all vehicles in the area have been accounted for. Now, Trev Lee put out something on that, and it's no laughing matter, but it did make me laugh. And Trev wanted to know, did somebody kidnappers come up on a skateboard? I thought I was just going to die laughing. I mean, because you got to be serious here. What is going on? I mean, was the house so pristine that cleaning solutions just vaporized Sebastian? I mean, come on now. People, you got to get real. What's going on? Where is Sebastian? Do y'all realize that the grandmother has come out and made posts now? Has anybody saw those posts? And this is the bio dad's mother. Anybody? Well, let me enlighten you. And this is fact. I have those. This is fact. The bio dad's mom, you saw it, Annabella? I have it here. She states, I'm just going to read it first, but I can go back and get it. She states that she absolutely believes, she absolutely believes that there is foul play. She said, and let me just say that Chris couldn't charm me. He became verbally abusive towards me in a split second. That's the grandmother. She then went on and said, quote, he was afraid of his stepdad. She's talking about Sebastian. No, that's not good. So his bio dad is a Metro Davidson County police officer. He can't come out and say the things directly. But guess who can? His mama can. What did I tell you the other day? Last time I was on here. Do y'all remember? I said, everybody wants the timeline. I even asked that. No, September Virgo, that's Seth's mother. Seth's mother. Seth Rogers' mother. No, that's Seth Rogers' mother. But I told y'all the other day, I said, now this is just my opinion and my opinion only. But I said, some has to be smart enough to read between the lines. I felt like when the bio dad did the interview, and again, I asked a question that will never be answered with Chris about a simple question. What time did you get home Monday? That won't be answered. Some didn't think I should ask it. It's just a simple question. But I feel like the bio dad has already gave a timeline, but it was his timeline. You got to read between the lines. You got to read between the lines. He also, when he looked in the camera and he said, he's nobody's, he's mine, damn it. I believe he was sending out a strong message to the stepdad and the mom. But he very well can't just go accusing them. Oh, he might behind the scenes. Who knows what's been said behind the scenes? Even if they didn't do anything, I mean, I'd go ballistic on whoever was with mine last. I don't care who it was. But I feel like he was giving a strong message to them. He wasn't really giving it to the public. That's just my opinion. Sometimes you got to be slick enough to read through them lines. But the grandmother did say that. Her name is Robin Rogers. But she sure said that. She said Sebastian was afraid of the stepdad. She also, again, I'll read it again. She said that she absolutely believed there is foul play. And again, whoever said allegedly, I'm not saying allegedly because this is factually what she wrote. She said that she absolutely believed there is foul play. And she said, let me just say that Chris couldn't charm me. He became verbally abusive towards me in a split second. Robin Rogers wrote that. Again, that's the bio dad's mother. To me, that screams volumes. Everyone in that community in an effort to keep Sebastian fresh and on everybody's mind. They are posting daily. They're sharing daily. Even Don Schmidt, the commissioner, the Sumner County commissioner, every day I see his post out there. Every day. No, she's not holding anything back, September. Oh, no, I'm just saying, Angela, I'm not pointing anyone out. I'm just saying, hers is a fact. I ain't saying what you're talking about in chat. I'm just saying anybody who says that's allegedly. I'm not talking about what you're talking about. I'm saying that was a written post. Honey, she wrote that. I don't know what y'all are talking about. But yeah, I see his post every day. Every day. Hey, Peach State Mama. Every day. Hey, that girl. Everybody coming in. Everybody's keeping it out. They do not want this to go cold. They don't want it to go slow. Nothing. I mean, they want it passed around. They want it talked about. Hey, Whistle. Welcome, welcome. They want it fresh in everybody's mind. Also, there is people, younger people, I should say, taking their own money, volunteering their time, doing mobile, by their cars and stuff, going all over town, cross town, from East Nashville to everywhere, Sumner County, everywhere. They're lifting their trunks. They're taking the pictures. They're making color pictures, and they're sticking them over the black and white pictures of Sebastian, and they're making them really stand out. And say if it's 19 days, they're writing 20 days on there. Every day they're doing that. They're updating the flyers. Excuse me. They're updating the flyers, and they're just any new information. They're taking color pens or markers, and they're highlighting everything, whatever they can do to make them stand out. That's a lot of work. And they're taking them and reposting them on the doors of the stores and handing them to people in cars that are coming by on the streets. They're not letting this go. They want Sebastian out there. They want things updated. There's somebody making buttons. They're not selling them. They're giving them out what they can. They're doing everything that they can to keep awareness on Sebastian. They're all coming together. They're doing everything that they can. And even, like I said, you got the commissioner up there involved in this and on everybody's side. They're pushing it daily. It's so important. So when you see something that somebody makes a flyer, even if it's Gender Snaps, whoever it is, if it's a channel and they're talking about Sebastian, just share it. Please share it. Don't hesitate. It could be Bob. It could be anybody. Share it. The more it gets out there, the fresher it stays on everybody's mind. Brat, all LE will say is they are cooperating. That's all that they'll say. The bio dad was asked about that. But what he said was, the bio dad said, he was told by the mom that they were putting out flyers. And I had to think about that a minute. Maybe they are. Not to say they're not. They might be. However, you had to go back and read between the lines. It's coming from the mom. You know, I don't know. If somebody sees him, ask, did they see him do that? I don't know. Hey, teddy bear. Oh, that was another thing. Hmm. I just heard that last night. Y'all, how many of y'all heard that? Okay, so Sebastian goes missing. It was turned in on the 26th, the morning of the 26th, but supposedly he goes missing sometime 25th, 26th, morning of, but it was reported on the 26th. Last night, it was said, Chris Proudfoot, and Annabella, I talked to you this morning, but I don't know if you heard that or not. He stated, and I forgot to tell you that because I was so busy this morning. He stated now that he hasn't seen his son or his stepson since early February. If y'all heard that or saw that, please click 1. Oh, Whistle, that sounds like fun. Not. Yes, Annabella. Trev Time and Josh, y'all dropped their channels. They said that last night. That was the wildest, craziest thing I've heard. Okay. Yeah, guidance. Okay. Now the stepfather's saying he's really distancing himself. He's saying he hasn't saw Sebastian since early February. Well, Sebastian didn't go missing until late February, almost the very end of February, because there's only 28 days. Actually, 29 because it was leap year this year. Yeah, no wonder he's living in a camper. Exactly. Exactly, D. So I don't understand that. And to answer your question, in my opinion, I think that makes him look even more sus. I really do, because how can he say that he had a good weekend with him when he was home prior to? Hey, Chessie. Good to see you and everybody. How can he say he had a good weekend with him prior to, and when he was home? How can he say all these things, but now he hasn't saw him since early? Yeah, he's lying for a reason. That makes absolutely no sense. Why is he distancing himself? I wanted to ask him this. Y'all know me. I think I'm fair, but I did straight out want to ask him this, but I was not approved. So I'm going to be honest with you. I went straight to his messenger and I asked him a couple of questions. Of course, it'll either take him forever to accept it, and he's probably not going to answer it. But the group didn't allow me. They wanted me to edit it, and I edited it, and they still didn't allow it. So I just asked him. I said, because y'all know I'm blunt, but I asked him, look, basically what I said was, okay, can you tell me then, you wasn't there, okay, I forgot how I asked it, but I'm like, I was just blunt. I was just like, is there ever any way, like, that you ever doubted your wife? Like, basically, that's what I wanted to know. Like, did you ever have any doubt towards your wife? You wasn't there. And then they made me edit it. I forgot how they made me edit. Y'all might think that's rude. Well, he don't mind going in the group and answering all these questions. You know what I'm saying? But they won't allow it, so I messaged him. We'll see. If you hear me, Chris, you got to message, go check your spam box or whatever it is. It's a legit question. I think it's a legit question. I mean, that's what I think. Don Wells come out. If you think about it, Don Wells come out, and Don Wells said, Candace didn't do nothing. Candace is, and so it don't matter what I think, and it don't matter whatever. I want to know what he's supposed to be 3.5 hours away. I want to know what he thinks. She was the last one there with him. Okay, if she's bringing all this down on you and you're having to answer for her and all this, was there ever any doubt in your mind that maybe, she's bringing all this on you? I just want to know what his thoughts are. He could either say yes, no, no way, or, well, there was some doubt, but no way. Be truthful. And again, it's none of my business. He could say F you. I don't know. I'm just saying. It is what it is. I'm tired of these people that don't want look, you want to pitter patter around these people. Why? Last I checked, again, Sebastian's the one that's missing, not the mom or the dad or the stepdad. Do y'all want to find out where Sebastian is or not? I know, Angela, right? I'd be so upset. That's just me. And I try to be fair and nice and kind. I think it's a legit question. Maybe I'm wrong. But again, I'm not a professional. I'm not a cop. I'm just a person. I'm just talking to you like I would on the street. And then again, everyone is hoping for a miracle. Everybody is hoping for a miracle. They're hoping Sebastian is found safe and sound. Everyone deserves to be found regardless. Nobody will stop. Nobody will give up. Sebastian has many friends. He does have friends. Friends everywhere around this nation. This has gone national. He's so loved. Sebastian was last seen on February 25th, 2024. And he was reported by a 3-way call from his stepdad, Chris Proudfoot, and his mom, Katie, after mom called Chris while he was in Memphis, 3.5 hours away. She said she went to wake Sebastian up and he was not there. But the doors were locked, she said. The doors were locked. Sebastian is a high-functioning autistic child. And according to her, he left barefoot, but he took a small flashlight. And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. I see around these streets that everybody's saying, well, where did they come up with a flashlight? Why did they come up with a flashlight? Because, again, if y'all missed it, Katie Proudfoot said herself on that very first interview, the police asked her, did he leave or did he take anything with him, such as a flashlight? It wasn't like she said, oh, a flashlight's missing and he took a flashlight. No. Ellie asked her, was anything missing such as a flashlight? She took that story and ran with it. That's where the flashlight came in. That's why, in my opinion, that is suspicious. But that's just me. So again, he could have had a flashlight he kept with him and carried it. Some autistic children do. But again, that's where that flashlight story came in. The cops gave that flashlight story to her and she ran with it. In my opinion, allegedly. She said it herself. It came out of her mouth. But according to her, he left barefoot and he took a small flashlight. All of his shoes has been accounted for. But one thing that all the parents can agree on, the stepdad, the mom, and the bio dad, they all three can agree that he did not like it dirty. And the bio dad, Seth Rogers, told Nick Barris that he always wore shoes or at least socks because as a child, he's 15, but as a child, he had a traumatic experience. He said he thought it was just a dirt pal, but he said that he stomped on it and it was a fire ant pal. And he said it was very traumatic for him. And so he don't go barefooted. Hey, Selena. And so after that, he said he wouldn't go out of the house unless he was, unless it was dire need, So he thought it was regular dirt and it ended up being fire ants. And, he probably couldn't get the ants off of him. And it was just very bad for him. It was very traumatic. A Laugh a Day said, easy enough for Ellie to find out if stepdad was staying away from the house while working the contract job. I wonder if mom and stepdad were separating. If so, what if mom blamed? Well, I had heard, and this is again is hearsay, but it come through somebody in the neighborhood. Let's just say that Chris had told somebody in the neighborhood that there was problems in the house and that Sebastian was some sort of, maybe, I don't know how they put it to them. I wasn't there. I wasn't party to that conversation. I can't think of any flashlights that have strings on them. Maybe it was a mini flashlight or a lantern. Yeah, it could be. It could be. But I don't know. I had heard talk about that. I had also heard talk that she drank a lot and she was, and this is one of my sources told me this, she was very, the mom was very, let's just say they heard a lot going on over there. That one, Reese Cup 61 speaks volumes to me too. The mother-in-law, and the ex-mother-in-law. Let's say the ex-mother-in-law. That one, yeah, that speaks a lot to me too. Yeah, yeah. And I think I saw somewhere where Trev Time was going to try to get in touch with her. So that really, I hope he does, because that really speaks a lot to me. I would like to know what he got aggressive, what he got angry with her about, Hey, Samantha. But it's so heart-wrenching to me. It really is. And just a few little tidbits, not too awfully much. He was 5'5". He weighed 120 pounds, and he had dirty blonde hair, and he wore glasses, as you all know. Hey, one love. And there's been no trace of him. No trace. There's been drones, helicopters, door to door. People's let them in to search their houses. Horseback, ATVs, National Guards, state guards. His bio dad is a deputy sheriff at Davidson County, approximately 15 to 18 miles, I would say, away. And he has his boots on the ground every single day. They've had dive teams. They have had people who have walked over 2,000 miles and searched and searched and searched their properties. They're still searching. They have passed out flyers. They have searched their properties high and low, over and over again. Horseback. They have been to the landfill. I also heard yesterday they went to another landfill, and that could possibly be because where they said that the construction site down the street might have had a hit, but a scent. It wasn't cadaver, it was a scent dog. But I think they've ruled that kind of out as nothing. But that was in the very early days. They checked another landfill, and that's what I was trying to find out, because I think the dumpsters, from what I hear, goes to a total different landfill. So I was kind of glad to hear that. Not quite sure, but that may be why. But TBI made a statement yesterday, and it read this: "We have not forgotten about Sebastian." That was a release that TBI had put out. They said, "Much of the work being done to bring Sebastian home may not necessarily be public or visible, but agents, detectives, and intelligent analysis continue to work around the clock to review every bit of information available. Sebastian's family has remained cooperative since the search began and have done whatever law enforcement have asked of them." So I wonder if they're speaking of just the dad or all of them, the mom, the stepdad, and the mom. I'm just wondering. But this is what I have to say. This is what Smiley has to say to TBI. And Smiley can. It's a free country because Smiley can have her opinions. Again, last time I checked, it was America. TBI. This is just me. Please don't drop the ball like you did in the Summer Wells case, and you are doing in the Summer Wells case. Sumner County is not Hawkins County. I think you're getting a little bit too used to Hawkins County. Brian Carter and Ellie there is not Ronnie Lawson. Don't forget that. These people want Sebastian found. Everybody wants Sebastian found. Don't forget, you're supposed to be for the victim. Sebastian is a victim. Don't forget who's a victim and who really is a suspect. Please and thank you. If you have any information at all, any information on missing Sebastian Rogers, please call Detective Carter first, 615-442-1865, or email bcarter@sumnersheriff.com, or call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Please don't drop the ball. Please keep Sebastian's name and face out. Please share. Please. He needs to be found no matter what. No matter what. Thank you, everybody, for coming in, listening, joining. And remember, Sebastian is important. Everybody is important. Thank you.